Azlan Adnan, M.A. presents Fruits with Unusual Anatomical Structures. Why a strawberry is not a berry but a banana is Thursday, 20th of August, 2026. The familiar fruit bowl conceals a remarkable botanical secret. Many fruits are not what they appear to be. Everyday language classifies fruits according to taste, appearance, and culinary use, whereas botany classifies them according to their developmental anatomy. Which part of the flower produced them, whether one or many ovaries were involved, whether one flower or an entire inflorescence contributed to the structure, and whether the mature fruit opens to release its seeds. This explains one of botany's most entertaining paradoxes. Many berries are not true berries at all, while many true berries are not considered berries by the layperson. A strawberry, for example, is an aggregate accessory fruit rather than a berry. It develops from a single flower containing numerous separate ovaries, but the familiar red flesh is principally the swollen receptacle. The tiny structures on its surface that look like seeds are actually achenes, individual, dry, single-seeded fruits. The fig is stranger still. What we eat is a syconium, a specialized multiple and accessory fruit formed from an enlarged hollow receptacle, whose inner surface carries numerous tiny flowers. After pollination, those flowers develop into minute fruits enclosed within the fleshy structure. The fig is therefore essentially an entire hidden inflorescence packaged as something resembling a single fruit. The durian belongs to an entirely different category. It is a large, spiny, dehiscent capsule that develops from one compound ovary and splits open along its locules when mature. The creamy flesh prized by consumers is not the fruit wall but an aril surrounding each seed. Its hard, splitting husk therefore places the durian firmly outside the botanical definition of a berry. The mangosteen demonstrates the opposite phenomenon. Despite its thick purple rind and segmented white interior, it is a genuine berry, a fleshy, indehiscent fruit developing from a single ovary. Its edible white tissue is associated with arils surrounding the seeds, while the thick rind provides protection. Jackfruit, like breadfruit, is a multiple fruit or syncarp, developing from an entire female inflorescence. Hundreds of flowers contribute to the enormous structure, with their floral tissues becoming fused into the edible bulbs, fibrous material, and outer rind. Pineapple follows the same broad principle. The familiar fruit is the product of numerous flowers fused together. Petai provides a completely different example. Its long, hanging structure is a legume, a simple, dry, dehiscent pod produced by a single flower. The green seeds are the principal edible part, although the pod itself is the botanical fruit. Watermelon seems almost the antithesis of a berry, yet botanically it is a pepo, a specialized berry characteristic of the gourd family. Its thick rind and fleshy interior develop from an inferior ovary. Cucumbers, pumpkins, squashes, and melons share this basic fruit architecture. Other familiar foods continue the surprises. Apples and pears are pomes, accessory fruits in which much of the edible flesh develops from tissues surrounding the ovary. The cashew consists of a swollen accessory apple attached to the true fruit, a drupe. Rose hips are accessory fruits containing numerous individual achenes. Pomegranates are specialized berries called balauste, while oranges, lemons, and other citrus fruits are hesperidia, specialized berries with leathery rinds and juice-filled vesicles. The banana is perhaps the greatest everyday contradiction. Botanically, it is a true berry. Cultivated bananas have simply been selected for seedlessness and abundant flesh. Passion fruit is also a berry, with juicy tissue surrounding numerous seeds. Even the coconut is misnamed botanically. It is a drupe, not a nut. Its fibrous husk is the mesocarp, its hard shell is the endocarp, and the familiar white meat is solid endosperm. These structures illustrate the extraordinary evolutionary versatility of flowering plants. A fruit may be an ovary, a swollen receptacle, a floral tube, a pedicel, an aril, a single flower containing many fruitlets, or the fused products of an entire inflorescence. Fruit anatomy is therefore much more than a matter of terminology. It records the developmental history of the plant and reveals the evolutionary strategies by which plants protect, package, and disperse their seeds. The fruit bowl, in other words, is not a collection of simple objects. It is a gallery of botanical engineering, and many of its most familiar exhibits are anatomical imposters.
The author has placed this work in the public domain. It may be freely imported, exported, shared, distributed, edited, modified, or reformatted without explicit consent from the author. As a visually impaired person, the author asserts his rights under the Marrakesh Treaty to facilitate access to published works for persons who are blind, visually impaired, or otherwise print disabled. 2013, wipo.int.
Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support.